So right off the bat, I think we need to address the elephant in the room, which is, why is her hair solid? Hi Munchkins, it's Rebecca, and today we're going to be opening up a Disney Descendants doll by Mattel. I finally picked this one up. It has been in my list of things to buy since she was released because I am a huge Descendants fan. Little Rebecca was obsessed with the movies. I kid you not, I had the first movie memorized word for word for the longest period of time. That is a skill I have lost, unfortunately. But Mal has always been my favorite character from Descendants, and I have lots of other Mal dolls, so I thought I would add this one to my collection. The reason I was so hesitant at first was because I thought she was just a little too expensive. She does typically market at $26, but if you can't tell by the yellow sticker, I got her on clearance for $13. Target's having their annual summer clear out sale for dolls and toys and other things like that, just to make room for new stock. So I would definitely take a look at your local Target, and I believe Walmart does the same thing, and see if you can find anything on sale. My Target didn't really have a lot on sale. Most items were only discounted about 15%, which isn't that bad, but it's not a great sale. They had like an entire row of shelves just dedicated to their clearance section, and like the Rainbow High dolls were only on sale for like $20, which isn't that much of a sale. The Winx dolls were on sale for between $7 to $12, and the Descendants dolls were on sale for 50% off. So I decided to pick up this Mal doll. I didn't get the Eevee one. They actually had the Bridget from Descendants 4 doll, and I almost picked that one up, but I decided to go with this Mal doll. I think my Descendants doll collection is my biggest doll collection. My Rainbow High one might be a little bit bigger, but definitely when I was younger, I still do have a lot of Descendants dolls. Taking a look at the box is a typical rectangular clear plastic, but what's special about it is that the front kind of looks like Eevee's magic mirror. It has this oval shape showing the doll, and then on the sides it has these little swirl embossed details. The lower middle has a golden rendition of the Disney's Descendants logo. In the bottom right-hand corner, you have an image of Mal from Descendants 1. This doll is recommended for ages 4 and up and is made by Mattel. In the middle, it says Mal, Isle of the Lost in 4 different languages. And then on the left side, it has a warning and choking hazard. Small parts are not intended for children under 3 years of age. Taking a look at the back of the box, you can see on the top left-hand corner, there is the Disney's Descendants logo in color. And then on the top right-hand side, it says Mal, Isle of the Lost in 4 different languages. In the middle, you have an image of Mal from Descendants 1, and I don't really remember ever seeing this, but the image shows Mal holding her spellbook. And then underneath the image, we have a little excerpt about the doll. And the excerpt says, "To celebrate a decade of Disney's Descendants, this true leader, the daughter of Maleficent, dropped her wicked ways for true love and friendship," in 4 different languages. And then underneath the excerpt, you have your basic product information and safety information and things like that. So like the rest of the Mattel dolls that I've been opening up lately, I think the easiest way is to open it up on the bottom. I did notice that when I picked her up, the sides already basically opened up. I think I just didn't buy a fully sealed doll, but she looks fine. So that's not really a problem for me. But let's see how long it takes me to get her out of the box. So right off the bat, I think we need to address the elephant in the room, which is, why is her hair solid? I mean, It is so gelled. Oh my goodness. I might be able to fix this, but I mean, it's almost like hard plastic. Whatever. She was a little difficult to get out of the box. I've been praising the last few Mattel dolls that I opened up for how easy they were to get out of the box. She was a lot harder. She wasn't held in by rubber bands. She was held in by these like plastic strips that my scissors were having a really hard time cutting through. So I either just need better scissors or that wasn't the best idea for packaging. So for $25.99, this is everything you get. You get a high quality doll with an accessory. There's some things I like about the doll. There's some things I don't like about the doll. We'll get into it. Let's take a look at her face. So the first thing you notice is that the doll's face is supposed to be representative of Dove Cameron. And honestly, I don't think they did a great job. To me, it doesn't really look like her. When doll companies try to replicate real human faces, I feel like it's a hit or miss. This one for me is unfortunately a miss. But I didn't buy this doll for the face mold. I bought it because I love the outfit. We've already addressed the hair and how it feels like solid plastic. It is so gelled. I'll try to fix it later if I can, but for the purpose of this video, we're gonna leave it the way it is. Her face is very simple. There's very little makeup. She has brown eyebrows, green eyes, and purple eyeshadow. She has a little bit of blush, which I'm not really sure is showing up on the camera. It's very subtle in person. And she has darker peachy lipstick. No earrings, no other hair accessories. Very, very basic, which is fine. Taking a look at my favorite part of the doll, the jacket. Mal's jacket from Descendants 1 has always been one of my favorite costume pieces, and I've always wanted a replica of it. One day I'll get one. This is gorgeous. I love how it feels kind of like leather. You can see that it has kind of like faux leather details and that it has like scale details and things like that. There's a lot of texture going on. And her back has the logo on it, which I am just so happy that they did that. There's also the collar too. And the little flap. I'm not really sure what a lot of these details are, but she's got her kind of scaly dragon sleeves and stuff like that. This one's bent a little bit more, but that's because of the packaging. Whoopsie daisy. And then if you open up the jacket, you can see that she actually has a shirt underneath, but I don't think I can take this off. Oh no, it does come off. I don't know if it was supposed to come off because it kind of left a bit of a mark, but she actually has a shirt underneath. Does it go all the way around? Yeah. Okay, so we have a jacket and a shirt. I wish the jacket was held on differently now because it has a bit of a snag on the shirt. But wow. Okay. She does have these plastic gloves, which I really don't like. I think they're kind of ugly. They're the squishy plastic. I hope her hands can come off. Okay, it doesn't look like her hands are supposed to come off, so it's going to be a little bit hard to get this jacket off. It's going to be even harder to put it back on. The jacket is a full piece. That's awesome. And then she has this shirt that she wears in Descendants. I don't remember what scenes, but I do remember seeing it. And it is a separate piece, but it's not intended to come off because you can see that this part is sewn. So I don't know why there's Velcro if you really aren't supposed to take it off. But the shirt itself is a dark purple with this green pattern on the front. Kind of looks like the face of a dragon. And then the sleeves are this mesh black, and there's also a mesh black neckline and a mesh black, I'm not really sure what to call this. It looks like a skirt coming off of the shirt, but I know there's a name for it. The jacket itself is mostly this dark fluorescent purple with some fluorescent green and dark pink details along the sleeves. And on the back, it is pink with the green dragon logo. So it did take me quite a bit of time to put this back on. I just was struggling a lot with getting her fingers through the sleeves. They kept getting stuck on the seams. So the pants themselves are kind of reminiscent of leggings. They are a dark purple with various distressed details along the sides. You can see that there are supposed to be rips and things like that on the inside and outside of the legs. And there's also various like black, I guess kind of like tie-dye detailing. It's almost like if they took a sponge and put it all over the leggings. The pants don't have Velcro. It is an elastic band. I don't know if you can see that. Taking a look at the shoes, they are absolutely gorgeous. You can see that they are one solid color. They're just black, but they have gorgeous scale details and the little dragon wings, and I love them. They're kind of a soft plastic, very easy to remove. That's all I really have to say about the shoes. So this doll also has standard articulation. You can move her head left and right and up and down. She moves at the shoulder, at the elbow, at the wrist, kind of. It's a little hard with the gloves on. She can move at the waist, it's a little stiff, and at the knees. And there is no ankle articulation. I kind of thought there would be because this was a higher priced doll, but it's not like you'd be able to move them anyways because the boots go so high up. So her accessory is her spell book because that is Mal's main item that she uses throughout the movie. It is this kind of light copper metallic plastic. It has her spellbook design on the front. I wish they painted it gold like it is in the movie, and I wish this was a bit darker, but it's an accessory, and it does open up. So like I said before, I was a huge Descendants fan when I was a kid, and I still am a big Descendants fan. The day this video premieres is actually the day that Descendants 5 Wicked Wonderland is premiering, and I can't wait to watch it. I hope it's really good because I've been really liking a lot of the music they've been releasing for all the commercials and stuff like that. But I actually went into my doll bin and found my old Mal doll, and I wanted to do a little bit of a comparison between the two. They were made by two very different manufacturers, and they were made 10 years apart. Her hair's a little messy because she has been loved, but I tried my best to kind of calm it down, but she has a lot of hair. So the first thing that I noticed is that they have two completely different skin tones. This Mal doll is a little bit darker and peachier, while this one's a lot paler. And this one also has a lot more makeup. You can see there's a lot more pink and a lot more blush, but her eyes are brown, which I always didn't like because Dove Cameron's eyes are green. If we take a look at the hair on this one, you'll notice that it is a lot longer. They tended to do longer hair for fashion dolls just so kids could brush them out. It is cut in the back so that it could fit into this little collar accessory. She does have her bangs, and it is two different shades of purple. It is a dark purple and a light purple. This doll's the same way. It has light purple in the front and a lot darker of a purple in the back, but it is the same length all the way around. Taking a look at the jackets, there's literally no competition here. The Mattel one is just better. It is a higher quality, has more printed details on it, and is much more movie accurate than the Hasbro one. This one has a lot of the basic details, and it gets the point across that this is a Mal doll. But I was always really upset that they didn't have the dragon design on the back, and they instead put it on this plastic collar piece. I like the gloves on the Hasbro version better. I like that the hands are actually removable. I feel like you could remove the Mattel doll hands, but I tried and felt like I was going to break them if I did. I don't like the big plastic chunky gloves. So this is the only time that I would advocate for them to do printed on details because I feel like this just looks better. The pants are very similar yet very different. They're almost the same color and have the same black details and same ripped leggings. But I just prefer the Hasbro one a little bit more because I don't like the white details on the Mattel one. So I think if they didn't do the white, this one would be my favorite. Looking at the shoes, they're not even the same. I don't even understand what was going on. They're not even the same shoe, which they're supposed to be for the same doll, which I think is very interesting that they're not even the same. Off the top of my head, I honestly can't remember which one's more movie accurate. If I can find a photo of her shoes, I'll put them right here. I think the Mattel one is probably more screen accurate, while this one's more accurate for Wicked World. Which one I like better? I'm not really sure. They're both kind of cute. I like the dark purple a lot more than the black just because I feel like the dark purple matches the outfit a lot more, but I think she was wearing black shoes in the movie. The interesting thing about the bottom of the Mattel shoes is that there's actually ridges like real shoes, while the Hasbro ones are flat. I actually was able to find the spell book for the Descendants one Hasbro dolls. I knew I had it somewhere. I went throughout my entire doll bin, couldn't find it. I actually found it in a different bin somewhere else. I like the colors of this one better, but this one is way more movie accurate. So if they put the colors of this one on this one would win. They both open up. This one actually has, I never knew what this was. It was just like a piece of paper with her icon on it on the inside. Wow, this one doesn't come with anything. Just opens up. I wish it had something in it. I also don't know the purpose of the bookmark. I mean, like, I know what a bookmark is, but I don't know why they included it. But yeah. They're both nice in their own different ways, but this one from Mattel is much more movie accurate. If I were to pick which doll is my favorite, I would have mixed opinions. I have a lot of nostalgia for the Hasbro one, obviously, but the Mattel one is a lot better. I don't like the face on the Mattel one. I think if the Mattel dolls went with a more cartoonish face and used the Hasbro faces, this one would be my favorite. But there's just something a little uncanny about the realism that they tried to do, and I'm just not a fan of it. But I love her jacket. I love that she has a shirt underneath. I love that the leggings are detailed. I love the details of the shoes. I mean, this doll is better in every single way than the Hasbro doll. Except the gloves. I don't like the gloves. So my final thoughts about this doll are pretty simple. I like almost everything about it except for the gloves. I think they're kind of ugly. I don't really like her face mold or her design of her face. And I don't like how gelled the hair is, but I can fix that. So that's not really that bad. Her jacket's gorgeous. I love that they included a shirt underneath. I love the details on the pants. I love the details on the shoes. I just love everything about this doll except for the face design and the gloves. And for $13, I mean, this is a steal. And I love that they included her spell book. I really do. It's such a small accessory, but it's so important to her character. I would love to see Mattel make more Descendants 1 through 3 dolls. I would definitely buy them. Are there any dolls that I would like them to make? Mal's Cotillion dress. That's my favorite Descendants doll, and it's still on my bookshelf. I would love to see a collector level version of that doll. They gotta do something about the faces. They're just so uncanny. And maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just my issue, but it just doesn't look right. But yeah, that's all I have to say about this Mal Descendants doll by Mattel. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye!